Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Let's Talk About Singing. My name is Marco. I'm a singer, songwriter, voice teacher from Italy, living in New York City. We're here today with another reaction and vocal analysis. Cynthia Erivo just performed in a new rendition of Jesus Christ Superstar, and she's playing Jesus. Jesus Christ Superstar is one of my favorite musicals. I think the songs are incredible, and I think Cynthia Erivo is one of the best singers in the world right now. So I'm very, very curious to see what she did in this musical. I am especially excited to listen to Gethsemane. It's the most beautiful piece of the whole musical for me, and it's actually the most intense moment. It's the moment when Jesus realizes that he has to die, and he's actually afraid, and he's asking God, why does he have to die? And he shows all his doubts and sadness and desperation. So that moment is very, very powerful. Before we start, I want to remind you that if you want to book a free voice class, consultation, coaching session with me online, completely free, all you have to do is send me an email at let's talk about singing84 at gmail.com or send me a DM on Instagram at perfectmark.music. All the links to reach out to me are in the description of this video. Hit me up and let's work together. Let's go.
If there is a way, take this cup away from me, for I don't want to taste its poison, feel it burn me. I have changed, I'm not as sure as when we started. Then I was inspired. Now I'm sad and tired. Listen, surely I've exceeded expectations. Tried for 3 years, seems like 30. Could you ask as much from any other man? But if I died, see the song through and do the things you ask of me, let them hate me, hit me, hurt me, nail me to the tree. I want to know, my Lord. I want to know, my God. I want to know, my God. I want to see, my God. Why I should die. Would I be more noticed than I ever was before? Would the things I've said and done matter anymore? I have to know, my Lord. I have to know, my Lord. I have to see, my Lord. I have to see, my Lord. If I die, what will be my reward? If I die, what will be my reward? Have to know,
Hey.
my Lord. Have to know, my Lord. Why should I die? Why should I die? Can you show me now that I would not be killed in vain? Show me just a little of your omnipresent praise. Show me there's a reason for you wanting me to die. You're far too keen on the word hell and not the hard. I died. Just watch me die. See how I die. See how Then I was inspired, and now I'm sad and tired. After all, I tried for 3 years. Seems like 90. Why they never scared to finish what I started, what you started. I didn't start it, but I will be done. Destroy your only son. I will drink your cup of poison. Nail me to the cross and break me. Kill me, take me now, before I change my mind. Now, before I change
I have I I'm so wow. I mean, I think I need to catch a breath. I don't know how she. Okay, okay, that was incredible. That was incredible. That was absolutely fantastic in so many ways. And oh my God, what an artist! What an artist she is. I had shivers the whole time and I almost cried. Okay, I feel like we're gonna have to rewatch the whole thing and pause and analyze. But that was a performance. This is beyond singing, musical theater, songs. This is a performance of art. I'm speechless. Okay, let's go through it step by step and try to analyze everything she did. Wow. Holy. So, I think that Cynthia Erivo has perfect placement. And I say that because her sound is so bright and clear and warm at the same time. It shines. It's really, really beautiful.
take this cup away from me, for I don't want to taste its poison.
She seems so in control and she sounds so effortless, doing literally anything, going higher, going lower. Even in this part, right? She's starting with this like soft, clear, bright tone, and it's in that placement that to me it's like literally right here. This is where she stays all the time, and from there she plays with her dynamics and with her placement. Sometimes she goes higher and lower range wise and projection a little further, a little back, but it's always right here. And I feel like that placement is what gives her that beautiful clarity that she has no matter what she does.
I was inspired. Now I'm sad and tired.
I feel like this part, it's usually done in a more staccato way, this beginning part. I've heard a few guys doing it in a way that maybe doesn't stay too much on the beat. They kind of like freely interpret the song as if they were talking. And it's interesting that she's actually doing it in a very legato way. The notes are very connected. She's singing it a lot. And despite the fact that sometimes using this much legato could sound a little maybe too Broadway or a little outdated, even, her control of the dynamics and her mastery of changing registers keeps it very interesting and very modern. And one thing that stands out to me is that it sounds very soulful. You can hear some gospel in it, you can hear some soul music in it, but she is such a good artist that she perfectly balances these two elements, right? She's being very theatrical with a soul, rhythm and blues, gospel flavor without letting any of the two be more than the other. And that's why it doesn't sound too much, but it actually gives a different flavor to this part of the song.
Let them hate me, hit me, hurt me, nail me to the tree.
Have you noticed how much her eyes are open and her eyebrows are lifted? Of course, there's acting going on, right? She is accentuating a certain type of emotion, but this is actually a really cool trick to make sure that the low notes stay in a higher placement. If you notice that she's doing that a lot, especially when she's going down, right? But if I die, which of course for me is not low, but it's kind of low for her. In those low parts, her expression is this. And back to what we were saying before, she has that high placement going on throughout the song, right? And she's staying there even when she goes into lower notes. And this definitely helps in achieving that.
I want to know, my Lord. I want to know, I want to know, my God. I want to know, I want to know, my God. I want to see, my God.
Now that part, I want to know, my Lord, I want to know, my Lord. The way I just did it, it's what usually other singers do. They stay on that beat and they connect totally to the beat of the drum, right? Which is da 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 da. I want to know, my Lord, I want to see, I want to see. But she is doing it in a slightly different way. She is choosing, I want to know, my Lord, I want to see, my Lord, right? She is slightly behind. And again, I think it connects to what we were saying before. To be a little behind the beat is a very typical element of gospel music and rhythm and blues music and soul music. So I think that it's another way for her to add that soul gospel flavor to this theatrical piece. And I think it works perfectly.
Why I should die? Would I be more noticed than I ever was before?
Now, one thing that I find particularly interesting here is if you noticed how many times she actually breathes from her nose and not from her mouth. If you don't know, when singing, breathing from your nose is actually better, even though sometimes it's hard or impossible because we don't have enough time to do that. But when we do have time to do that, I always encourage people to do that instead. Why is it better? First thing is the air is warmed up and humidified more before it touches the vocal cords when breathing through your nose. But especially when breathing with your nose, you have a lower phonation threshold pressure. What does that mean? It means that it takes less time for your vocal cords to actually vibrate when breathing with your nose instead of breathing with your mouth. Another interesting thing that she's doing is that she is always leaning forward. You see, there is no tension in her neck. She's never reaching for the notes like that. The position is always forward and a little bent, which definitely helps for lack of tension and also for breath support. So as we hear this crescendo on the I want to know, my Lord, right? When she goes higher, we start hearing a little bit of mixed register entering her chest voice. I would say that she is going into like chesty mix. And then we have that why. Did you see how open her mouth is? Why? It was so, 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 so open, which of course makes total sense because she's belting her heart out in this part, which is also interesting because in the original and especially in the movie, usually that Y is a very, very high note for a man. I think it's a G5, and it's done almost in this like heavy metal way, like a piercing high head voice, which is very impressive. But if I have to be honest, I was never really a fan of. I think that this choice to not to go up there, but to keep it with chest voice so powerful, so full, it gives it more a sense of desperation. It's more physical, it's more heartfelt. And I mean, she is doing a C sharp 5 here, which is not really a super high note for her, but in the way that she is delivering it with this power, it actually sounds even higher. I love the run that she added, descending and then ascending again. Why should I die? Why should I die? And on the very end of that there is a little bit of a sob, a little bit of a voice crack, which I am 100% sure that it's intentional. And it communicates even more the desperation of this moment. Die! But a little more subtle than this, and it's executed perfectly. Hey. Oh. She is really, really going off here. She is completely connected with the song. She's one with the song. It's crazy how much she is letting go and at the same time how much she is completely in control. To be able to do both at the same time, this is like an acting class. What a performer, what an actress. Look at her facial expression, look at her delivery, look at her interpretation. I was having shiver down my spine the whole time as we watched it for the first time, but I'm getting them again. This is just too good.
Just watch me die. See how I die. See how I die.
Do you know how hard it is to go back to that soft sound after you've been belting like that for so long? The breath control that it takes, the sound placement control that it takes, the balance. She is a master of singing. It is really, really, really hard to go from like a fortissimo like that to a pianissimo like that in a matter of a second and then build it up again like that towards another fortissimo. And then that last da sustained like that with no vibrato. I love that. I love that choice. It's less theatrical again and it's more raw. It feels like a real scream. It feels like a real cry for help. She's actually crying.
Then I was inspired, and now I'm sad and tired. After all I tried for started. What you started, I didn't start it.
She is actually crying. I know that that must be some sort of like acting trick, but do you know how hard it is to sing while you're tearing up with that delicate, soft sound that she's doing there? And also back to the mastery that she has of her registers. She went from that super soft, kind of like mixy head sound to, again, a fuller sound, but not as full as before, right? Still in her higher placement. It's as if that sweet sound all of a sudden got a bigger volume, as if it got more mass, like you can actually touch it, but it still stay smooth and resonant and clear. It's so clear and beautiful. She has such a beautiful sound. Oh my god. And then from that she goes again to a deeper, fully chest sound, and then she does a little bit of like half spoken, half sung part. She's giving you all these colors. Back to the soulfulness and like gospel nudges that she gives here in this part when she's singing softer. She's definitely adding some little riffs and little runs that absolutely don't take anything away from the beauty of the melody. They actually enrich it. I was inspired, and now that little riff, oh, so good. I'm sad and tired. Beautiful, beautiful variations. I tried for 3 years. That is totally a rhythm and blues embellishment. She is going off so hard in this part. She's going up to E5 and then to F sharp 5 in kind of a mixy head sound with even a little bit of distortion. As I said, she's giving it all. And once again, isn't it so remarkable how she is letting go? She's completely 100% physically, mind, body, and soul involved in the performance. And at the same time, she knows exactly what she's doing and she's so in control of her instrument. This is not just a hard song per se because of the range and the variations and the use of dynamics. This is a whole performance that you have to give. And in this case, we're witnessing something that is seriously beyond singing. I am absolutely in awe of her skills, singing skills, acting skills, performance skills, her facial expression, her body language, the choices, musical choices, tone choices, dynamic choices. She is a musician. She is an artist. She is absolutely, hands down, one of the best singers in the world. If I thought that before, now I'm even more convinced of that. I think this is one of my favorite performances ever. And I mean, I don't say this easily. Hands down, one of the best performances I've ever seen. I knew it was going to be good. I trust that everything Cynthia Erivo does will be good, but this exceeded my expectations in a way that I could have not imagined. And I feel like I'm going to watch this again and again and again. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if I missed something among all the things that she did in this performance. Let me know what you think about this performance. Let me know if you felt it the same way that I did. Let me know if you think that she was a good choice for Jesus, because I know that that was another, little controversy. Let me know everything you think in the comment section. If you like this video, please give me a thumb up and follow me. I want to remind you before I say goodbye, once again, if you want to book a free class, consultation, coaching session online, completely free with me, hit me up at let's talk about singing84@gmail.com or on Instagram at perfectmark.music. All the links to be in touch with me are in the description of this video. This is Marco. Let's talk about singing. See you soon. Ciao.